Okay, so we got the bouncy rope hooked up right there. Okay, got it all hooked up. Gonna get Mike in the truck and I'll get in the loader. We've worked on this for a little bit. Got everything opened up pretty good. Starting to shape up pretty nicely. Mike's got that all squared up back there. That's good. And this one's open here, so we're in good shape. So this here's the beast, the antique beast. I gotta send this one to Tier 0 for their feed. Definitely before carb compliance was a thing. Okay, we have officially almost dug this truck out like 5 times, but hopefully I get my paperwork that I need so they'll let me run it at the pit next week. We're gonna drag this sucker out. We're gonna haul some snow for some people. Got the big blower parked over there. Got quite a bit of room here for the moment. We'll see what it does with the next storm. Let's hear what happened again.
I'm not saying it on camera.
Well, there's his
worm bit.
His little cleanup. He straightened it up. I guess the door's still shut, so we'll keep running it for now.
We'll call it a wash.
Now you owe me a sled trailer and a toolbox.
We have the toolbox in my truck.
Let's see what else we can get added on for the season.
How you sit there?
So I think this thing's like a 18-footer. Not exactly sure. It's either a 18 or like a 20. You guys have any idea what that's worth? Just wanting to sell it. Looks like it could be a cool sled trailer / work trailer. All right, guys, it's a beautiful morning out as usual up here in Mammoth Lakes. Toasty 23 degrees. And we are prepping, getting things together. I'm gonna run back down to Bakersfield for the weekend. Got some stuff to deal with at CAT. Got some, gotta get Lori some of our updated stuff for the billing, for the, you know, to get everything, keep the money rolling in. And just overall, maybe just get a couple days away from the snow. So probably show you a little bit of that today. We'll be heading down that way and get a little bit of that on today's video. But as you can see, it's just a super clear, calm, very nice day. It's starting to warm up during the day a lot, which is really nice. I really like that. It's starting to see a little light at the end of the tunnel here with as you can see, these guys are still hauling every day. Hopefully we'll be able to get our truck all the requirements that they're making us do, so that we'll get our truck running some snow next week. And you know, we've got several places that need to be done. We've got a little break in the weather, so we're gonna be okay for right now. And hopefully we can get everything, our ducks all in a row, so that we will be able to run next week.
Right there. The other one. So you go 2 feet, and then another 1 foot 8
For the jog?
See where I got the indentation?
Yeah.
That stick's gotta be there somewhere, man. It's not as tall as these.
So we're gonna clear all these foundations out. We gotta get the center of this all cleared out. So it's gonna be one of the next projects we're gonna start working on. So that's like a little snow grooming tool for the trails. Looks like they decided to leave it and just mark it. Hopefully they'll find it if we get some snow. Came out one last time to the Sherwin dog park. Let the puppies play for a minute before we get on the road. I mean, it is just calm as can be out here, guys. It's actually, you could probably wear a short sleeve shirt right now and not be cold at all. Sun's coming through real strong and no wind to speak of. Very nice, very nice. So that's up towards the mountain right there. Sure, there's lots of people up there enjoying their day on the mountain. We're gonna enjoy our day heading south into some warmer weather. That bluff is pretty cool. Almost looks like a big tree stump cut off right there.
So this is 364 Manzanita. This is quite some heavy snow right here. So we're just gonna go 5 feet back, cut a line and drop all this. Don't touch any of this. And then over here, where the ladder is, see where the water's coming down. So we're just gonna go 3 foot on that side of the ladder, 3 feet on this side, and cut a 6 foot path all the way across the back of the roof. And that's it. Got it cut all the way back. All the ice dams removed. Now the water's just flowing. Cleaning up everything we dropped right now. And yes, thank you. Loading up. We're gonna let the sun do its thing over here. We got all this dropped. They had this dropped by lunch. So hour and a half in. Asked Owen to swing by and blow this after lunch. So he came by and got it all cleaned up. Good to go.
All right, so over here, I think what we're gonna do, I think we'll come on down here with the Mini X. This would be a good Mini X job. So we'll just grab all this, and I'm pretty sure we can just flip it around and put it behind us, and we'll start just pulling all this material out. All right, guys, so we have located some beams. Looks like that one got scrubbed a little bit with the loader, but I'm sure it'll be okay. As you can see, we're making some progress with this roof system here. Still got a little ways to go to fill in that center part. That's a cut and stack there in the middle. But we've moved mountains here to get this snow out of the way. I mean, it's been a lot of work. So it's definitely coming together. We're getting a few days of good weather. We're gonna keep going, try to get this thing sheeted, and go from there. We are heading back to lower elevations for the first time. It's been a couple weeks, I think, since my last road trip video. We are coming up on the famous Highway 395. I'm excited to get back to Bakersfield for a couple days and get some in and out and see my beautiful wife. The dogs are going to probably be excited. We'll probably take a trip out to the ranch and see how things are going out there. We haven't been out there since last time, so I want to make sure. I'm sure the grass is going to be nice and green and beautiful, so we'll get some of that. And looking forward to just a couple days of R&R. So this is Crowley Lake. I've shown it to you before, but just wanted to get a little shot of the valley here. So I definitely wanted to stop and take the time to show you guys this magnificent site. Just a beautiful site here. And I'll try and pan real slowly so you can really see and just take it all in. Now, this down here, that's Bishop down that way. And we're up at right about halfway down the grade here. This is like a vista point. So, you can see some of the signage here. Definitely wanted to show this because it's just magnificent here. But as you can see, these mountains, they're just breathtaking. And this point overlooks the entire town of Bishop, which is like right over there. Hopefully you can read this. I'll try to give a little. But that's basically the Owens Valley here. So very cool. Very cool stuff. Say, folks, the Eastern Sierra Corridor is just some of the most breathtaking sights in America. You really just gotta take it all in. Doesn't look like much from up here, but typically this entire lake bed is dry. Very, very little water ever in this. So I've got to say, it's definitely the most water I've ever seen in this otherwise dry lake bed. This is the Owens Lake. So if you look at it on a map, you'll see it right near Olancha, California, just north. And it's a huge dry lake bed. It's got some water in it now. Not sure if you can see that. That's a fighter jet right there flying over. Probably heard that. That was pretty cool. Guys. So this is the highway expansion they're doing just outside of Olancha. That was back there. See some more of that work going on right over here. So it's about a 7 or 8 mile stretch. They're gonna bypass this highway here and go out that way with it. So this will become basically a frontage road. Alright guys, so this is the quaint town of Olancha here, and this guy here's got a new RV park. I think I told you last time, but my property is right back there behind it. I've got some acreage back there, and we've had that for a while. We're thinking about doing a recreational, something recreational out there. Not quite sure just yet, but it backs up to the BLM, so, and you know, the BLM is pretty much endless behind there. Also, Mount Whitney is not far from here, so it's kind of got a lot of recreational aspects to it. A lot of off-roading goes on, things like that. So it was either a solar farm that we were looking at doing on that, because if you can see, you can't really see, but right over here, just to the south, right there, that's actually a solar farm. And that's on the adjoining property. It basically butts up to ours. So, you know, 7-8 years ago when we actually got the property, that's kind of what we were looking at doing. Things may or may not have changed. We're not sure just yet, but definitely keep you guys posted with that, because I know the owner to the south pretty well. He's got a place in Mammoth, and he and I have been talking about some recreational applications, so who knows. If you're ever going to go to Olancha, or you're going to Mammoth from LA, you got to stop at Gus's and get some beef jerky. It's got all kinds of cool stuff in here. It's kind of a neat place. Definitely got to stop and check this place out. Thank you.
Thank you.
So all of that light area back there, that's actually the property. And then right here is the, that's the solar farm. And then there's actually another solar farm right here. But we're actually thinking about doing like an off-grid camping experience. We're gonna do a bunch of platforms, elevated platforms out there, and have like an off-grid camping experience. So kind of have an idea that'd be a really good thing, but Still looking for some feedback on that. So here we are at Walker Pass once again. I stand corrected on the trailhead here. It's the Pacific Crest Trail, not the Angeles Crest. So a couple guys corrected me on that last time, which is fine. We just made it over Walker Pass, and we're going to drop down into Walker Basin and head on into Lake Isabella. This is basically Walker Basin here. Just east of Lake Isabella. Guys, so now we are on the back side of Lake Isabella here. It's a toasty 72 degrees. So I decided to take you guys up through Kernville this time. It's a little bit of a detour from my normal way that I go, but I wanted to show you guys the beautiful, lovely town of Kernville. So we're going to take a look at that here very shortly. Alright guys, so you can see the hills are starting to take a nice green tint this time of year. It actually looks like it's a little earlier than normal that it's starting to green up, but that's great. Here's the lake, which was historically low earlier in the year, but it has been coming up at a record pace. So the lake is glassy today, nice and just beautiful, and it's really rising pretty fast every day right now, so that's a great thing for the residents here of Lake Isabella. This is just one little spot. I'm going to try to get a better view of the lake. I think maybe right around this corner we'll show you. Yeah, there's quite a bit more here. So as you can see, this is a man-made reservoir. The old town of Lake Isabella is actually under that lake. So this is coming into the town of Kernville here. Backside of Kernville. Just a beautiful view up into there. Kern River Valley. Yeah, pretty cool. Always liked Kernville. It's a neat little town. We have family that live up in Lake Isabella, and they're ranchers out in Onyx. And well, they're out just outside of Lake Isabella, east of Lake Isabella. But my wife was born and raised up here, so she's pretty much native to this area. So this is kind of downtown Kernville, and it's the home of the famous Whiskey Flat Days, which is kind of like a thing that goes on every year for about a week. And actually, I think it's coming up pretty soon. Probably have to come up here and get some footage of that if we're able to. So this is the Kern River right here that we just crossed over. The Killer Kern River. Actually, the Upper Kern. So I'm gonna get out and show you the Kern River real quick, and then we'll get on down the road. All right, guys. So you can see the snow pack is melting, and this river is flowing. Right here's kind of like a measurement, but I can tell from past experience that there's a lot of water flowing into the lake right now. It's raising that lake really fast. Looks like it's going to be a good summer for Lake Isabella here. So just a nice quiet little place. I've always liked it up here. You know, real quiet and cozy place for sure. So this is Wofford Heights. Up there, that's Alta Sierra. That's actually a little baby ski resort up there that I'm sure is running this year. Sometimes they don't even open because they don't get enough snow, but I'm certain they've got enough this year. So over there, it's kind of tough to see from a distance, but that's the dam. We've been working on that for several years now. Pretty impressive. So I decided to hop out for a minute and give you guys a closer look at the back side of the dam here. Now typically the water level is probably right along there. So it's, as you can see, it's still pretty low. It's got a long ways to go to get back to where it was, but they're just doing some major stuff over here. And it's quite a bit going on. Sadie and Butter checking things out, making sure everything smells right. Well, as you can see right here, so This is, you know, for tying off a boat right here. And that's where the water's at now. So that's every bit of a good 100 foot down there that this thing's got to go to come up to where it should be. So that was the Kern on the back side of the dam we just dropped down. This guy's got a neat little place right here with all these antiques. Kind of cool stuff. My kind of place. So here's the lovely little town of Lake Isabella. You can see. We're gonna jump back on the 178 and continue on down the canyon here. So the famous Kern Canyon is straight ahead. Sure what that is, but looks like maybe a control burn or something, because I know the fire danger's really low today, so I can't imagine there being a fire up here unless it's some type of control burn. We'll see. We're coming down into it. We're getting ready to kind of start into the canyon right here. This is like right where it begins, and it'll start getting a lot steeper. Further you get on down in here, the steeper the walls get. This is where all the rock slides take place. Typically after a good rain, you'll get, a lot of times it'll it'll shut this road down for a day or two. These rocks will come down. I mean, you can see some of these patches and stuff. That's exactly what it's from, is the rocks. So this can be a pretty treacherous little drive sometimes. But these cliffs are just awe-inspiring, I'll tell you. Just amazing. So we're getting pretty close to the bottom here, probably another mile or two, and we're gonna pop out into good old Bakersfield. All right, guys, so we made it through the canyon, and we're now getting ready to pop out into East Bakersfield here. So gonna get to the house and I will show you guys what's going on for tomorrow. Good old citrus, lots of citrus in these foothills. Boy, that was a scenery change real quick, wasn't it? Downtown Bakersfield. Starting to be just like LA down here. One of the reasons why I got out of here a long time ago. They don't call it Oildale for nothing, folks.